ready, just arrive in a comfortable seated position. If you happen to have a block, some books, or a bolster, and you want to sit on any of those items, know that you can, to elevate or lift the hips up. The reason we want to sit on something to elevate and lift our hips up is to release our knees. So a lot of times our knees are up high, they're higher than our hip points. And so to begin to open up, to let go, we sit higher so that we're able to gently relax those knees down. Once you arrive where you're comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. As you close those eyes, take a full breath in through your nose. And then you'll exhale, sigh that breath out. We'll do this a few more times. So inhaling through your nose. And then exhale to sigh that breath out. One more big giant breath in, letting your abdomen expand and grow like a giant balloon. Maybe even feeling that air lift through the chest. And then as you exhale, decompress. But as you decompress the navel towards the spine, you're grounding through your sits bones. You're relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. If you need another cleansing breath, take one more. Otherwise, taking the tongue, lick the lips, seal them to one another, and then begin breathing in and out of your nose. As you begin breathing in and out of the nose, I'd like for you to bring your right hand to your heart and take that left hand over your navel or around the abdomen. Begin to breathe in through the low belly so your left hand begins to expand. Breathe that air through the middle, so the diaphragm, and up to your heart. And as you exhale, release the air from your heart through the diaphragm and that low abdomen. Just let this air travel in fluidly and let this air release naturally. Keep that breath work going, noticing how your abdomen grows, noticing how your chest can lift. Each time relaxing the shoulders a little more away from the ears and finding yourself reaching through your crown, feeling that sense of pride this morning. Let yourself be soft around the edges that are a little bit more firm. Give yourself that permission to be free, to be creative, to let go of to-do lists. Give yourself permission to release and let go of any emotions, thoughts that may be trapped within you that truly no longer serve your higher purpose. And then begin to ask yourself, what is my higher purpose? Generally, an answer comes up, a phrase, one word, but if nothing comes up, don't worry about it. Just let yourself ponder that for a moment and then let that go, let that thought go. But if you came up with something, your higher purpose, is it radiating love? Is it being calm? Is it opening your heart to new ideas, to new adventures? Is it giving yourself permission to be vulnerable? Vulnerability is not a weakness. Our vulnerability allows us to experience things in ways we've never imagined. But whatever your higher purpose is, or where you'd like to guide that energy that we're creating here today together, let yourself begin to breathe that, to really feel that. You're still inhaling and exhaling out of the nostrils. At any point, though, that you need a cleansing breath, take that cleansing breath. Just a few more inhales here, each one growing longer in length, each exhale releasing in equal parts. As you take this next breath in, you'll draw the abdomen nice and big. You'll lift the chest up nice and prideful. Maybe you'll even smile. And as you exhale, you'll open mouth, sigh, let it all go. Releasing your palms to your sides, either keeping your eyes closed or fluttering your eyes open. On your next breath in, extend those arms up towards the sky. Let the palms kiss over your head. And as you exhale, bring those hands into prayer and at your heart space. Inhale, pull those shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, sweep those arms back up towards the sky. On that exhale, go ahead and release that right hand down to the right side of the room. Extend your left fingertips towards that right side of the room. Your gaze is anywhere down to that right thumb, up towards that left thumb. Breathe in fully. Expand through the side body. Let that breath go completely. Taking another big giant breath in. Letting that breath go. On your next inhale, both arms reach up towards the sky. And as you exhale, pull the heads of the elbows down to the sides. Expand the heart nice and wide. Draw the navel in towards the spine. And then inhale, lift those arms up. And as you exhale, left hand to that left edge, right fingertips follow towards that left side. Look anywhere it feels right for you. Keep your right and your left hip grounded into the earth, reaching through the fingertips, drawing one more breath here. Letting that breath go. On your next inhale, both arms reach up towards the sky. And as we exhale, pull the heads of the elbows down once more. Bring the vertebrae together or wrap the spine towards the midline. One more inhale here. And an exhale here. On our next inhale, both arms reach up towards the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to take our left hand towards our right knee. And then lean the right fingertips and that left shoulder towards that left edge of the room. Begin to spin the gaze up towards that right side, maybe even towards your right knee instead. Wherever you're at, breathe in. Let that breath go. On your next inhale, extend and lift that right arm up towards the sky, and then exhale, pull the head of the elbow down towards your right hip. Release and extend the right hand behind you. Rotate or ring your belly out as you exhale and look over your right shoulder. Take another breath here. Rise up tall. Let that breath go. One more inhale here, shoulders away from the ears. Let that breath go. On your next inhale, extend and lift that right arm up. Keep your left hand where it's at. Look forward and then exhale. Take this right hand over towards your left thigh. Breathe in through your nose. Lift the knees up or press those knees down. And then exhale. Take your chin towards your chest, doming your spine to cat it. And then inhale, lifting the heart up, bringing that chest and chin forward. Exhale, dome that spine, cat it back. Inhale, begin to lift up a little higher. And then exhale, last time, we'll dome back. Really feel your vertebrae press out of the body. Feel the shoulders release. And then the inhale, we rise up. On our exhale, we settle into the space, releasing those hands. Extend those arms forward. As our arms come forward, we're going to take bear hug. So your right hand is on top, your left hand is underneath. Your arms wrap around your shoulders. Now, if your ears have pulled up towards your shoulders have pulled up towards the ears, relax the shoulders down. Draw a breath in and feel your elbow heads reach towards the front. Inhale, continue to lift up. And then exhale, pull the elbows in towards your body. Draw your chin towards your chest. Inhale, you lift up. Exhale, you bring it back down. Inhale, you begin to lift up once more. And then exhale, you begin to release down. On our next breath in, we'll rise up, extend those arms up towards the sky. And as we exhale, the heads of the elbows pull down. Inhale, the arms reach up. This time you're taking your right hand towards that left thigh. Extend and sweep your body over towards that right side, either looking down towards your right knee or spinning that heart open. Full breath in here, shoulder away from the ear, fingertips active. Another big belly breath in here. Let that breath go. On your inhale with your core, extend and lift up towards the sky. And then exhale, pull this left elbow towards your hip. Breathe in through your nose. And as you exhale, release your fingertips behind you. Press your sentiment to the earth. Rise up tall. As you exhale, look over that left shoulder, keeping the sits bones grounded into the earth. Dropping the shoulders away from our ears. Take one more breath here. Look over the shoulder. On your next inhale, keep that right hand where it's at. Extend and lift the left arm up. Begin to look forward. And as we exhale, cross that left hand towards the right knee. Take a breath in. Lift tall. And then exhale, dome your spine. Send it towards the back of the room. Inhale, lift the heart up. The elbows pull to the east and to the west. Exhale, straighten those arms. Send your spine back. One more. Inhale, we lift up high. Exhale, we round that spine to dome it back. And then on our next breath in, we begin to lift and rise up. As we lift and rise up, those arms extend towards the front. As the arms extend towards the front, take that bear hug once more. Draw a breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly begin to bow your heart down. And then inhale, lift that heart up. Exhale, bow it down. Feel your hands grip or wrap around those scapulas or the shoulders. Inhale, lifting up. And last time you bring it down. And inhale, we bring it up. Exhale, we release. On our next breath in, those arms reach up, and as we exhale, pull the heads of the elbows down. Inhale, those arms lift up, palms will kiss, and hands come into prayer and at our heart space. Take your time as you relax your shoulders away from your ears, and as you exhale, you're going to release your hands to your thighs. Let your legs switch out direction, so now bring that opposite leg forward. Remove the lover flesh once more. Ground down through your sits bones, and if you need to come back on that block or your pillow, whatever it is, go for it. On your next inhale, circle sweep your arms up. As we exhale, pull the heads of the elbows down. Inhale, reach those arms back up. And as we exhale, twist open towards that right side. Bring that right hand behind you, left hand to that right thigh. Drop that left shoulder away from your ear. Look over the right shoulder just a little more as you exhale. Breathe in through your nose here. Breathe out of the nose here. On your next inhale, both arms reach back up towards the sky. Exhale, heads of the elbows pull down, expand through your chest. Inhale, those arms reach up. Exhale, twist open towards that left side. Make all those soft adjustments that you did prior. Really allow the belly to expand as you breathe in, and as you exhale, the navel connects to the spine. One more inhale here, and that exhale here. Then inhale, both arms reach up towards the sky. On our exhale, hands release down to our sides. As the hands release down to our sides, shift the weight of the body back, extend and straighten your legs forward. Go ahead and wiggle or shake those legs out. Maybe point and flex those toes or a couple of circles with your ankles. Remove the flesh if necessary, and then a soft bend of the knees. Inhale, both arms reach up. As we exhale, we fold forward, releasing our abdomen on our thigh. As you release your abdomen on your thigh, before your hands grab any portion of your leg, pull the shoulders back, extend the fingertips forward, and then exhale. Bow it down as far as you'd like. Breathe in through the nose, let the belly expand. Exhale out of the nose, let the belly decompress. Two more, inhaling through your nose. Releasing that breath out of the nose. And one more big inhale here, feel your back dome up. And then exhale, feel yourself decompress. As you take your next inhale, start to lift your heart up, slide those hands towards your thighs, extending your left leg out towards that left corner. Bring the sole of your right foot anywhere through the inner thigh or even that calf bone, that calf muscle. Remove the left once more. On our next inhale, we extend the arms up, flex the left toes, a soft bend of our left knee. And exhale, we begin to hinge forward. Let your palms rest on the right and the left side of this left leg. Pull your elbows away. Take a breath in, look towards your toes, and then exhale, decompress as far as you can. Take another 2 inhales here. Let that breath go. One more breath here. And decompress as much as your body permits. Let it go. As you take your next inhale, press the palms into the earth, lift the heart up, walk your hands towards your hips. Grab this left leg, sending this left leg behind you. As you grab that left foot, grab the ankle or the top of the foot, gently begin to hug the heel towards your glute. Drop the knee down on the mat, breathe in, lift tall, shoulder relaxes away from the ear, and then exhale. Start to look towards your right side. Hug the heel towards the glute, feel your kneecap. Extend and reach as a vessel into the ground on this left knee. One more inhale here, releasing that hip flexor. Let that breath go. On your next inhale, start to look forward, releasing your left leg. Inhale, that left arm reaches up, and then exhale, left hand comes towards that right side. Stay here if this is comfortable, or release down to your elbows or your forearms. Draw a breath in, shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale, start to bow your chest down. If you'd like to stack your fist, rest your forehead on the stacked fist. Take a breath in, keep hugging this left heel towards your glute. Let that breath go. We're trying to release through the midsection, giving our low back relief and love. Take another big breath here. Let that breath go. On your inhale, lift your forehead, place those palms down on the mat, lift the body up, walk your hands towards this right hip, and then inhale, extend and lift that left arm up. Exhale, that left hand goes down. Inhale, that left arm goes up. Exhale, you tap it to the right. Last time, inhale, lift it up. Hold it here. As you hold it here, if you're capable today, lift your hips off the ground. Feel that hip flexor extend, and lift and extend this left thumb behind you. Take a breath in. Look down towards your right thumb if it feels appropriate. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, bringing this left hand to your left hip. Release and lower the hips down to the ground. With your left hand, spin and grab this left leg. Curl it all the way around to the right side. Knee points up. Align the knees with your sternum. So find this midline. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, drape this right arm around your left leg and spin your body around. If one of the glutes lifted up from the mat, wiggle the body so that you can settle it down. Now you're getting a good stretch through the glute, the IT band, and if you happen to have really tight piriformis, you might feel it through that area as well. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. One more inhale here, and you let that breath go. Go ahead and inhale, look forward, releasing that right arm. Extend that left leg towards the top, slide the right leg out, extend that right foot forward. Inhale, the arms grow up. Exhale, you bow your chest down, soft bend of the knees if necessary. Take a breath in, look forward or to your toes, and then exhale, release the heart down. Take another breath here. Let that breath go. And then on your next breath in, press the palms into the mat, lift the chest up, walk your hands towards your body. Send your right foot out to that right edge of the room. Send this left foot somewhere along the inner thigh. Remove the flesh once more, angle your heart towards your right toes. And as you inhale, lift your arms up. As you exhale, begin to bow down towards your right foot. Your hands can rest to the right and to the left side of this right leg. You can rest your hands on your shin bone. You can place your arms on your thigh. You can grab your big toe if you'd like, whatever feels best for you. Try to keep this left knee down so that you can open up through the lower back, the QLs, this area right above the hips. Take a breath in. Let that left shoulder drop down. Let your belly melt. You've got one more here. Draw that breath in. Let that breath go. On your next inhale, palms to the mat, press into the earth, lift your body up. As you lift that body up, slide your hands towards your hip points. Send your left hand towards that left side. Lean over with your right hand, grab that right heel, hug the heel in towards the body, breathe in. Drop the knee down to the earth, extend through the hip flexor, and exhale, look over towards that left side. Maybe you want to point the right toes or flex the right toes, your choice. Lift through the chest, breathe in through your nose. And then exhale, let it go. As you let go, you're gently going to release that right foot down. As you release that right foot down, inhale, extend and lift up towards the sky with your right arm. And then exhale, the right hand comes down towards that left side. Stay here as you breathe in. Draw the navel up and in. Pull your ribs together. And then exhale. Maybe bring those elbows or forearms down to the ground and either stack those fists or stay up if that feels more comfortable for your body on this side. 2 more inhales here. One more big breath in. And let that breath go. If you happen to be down on those elbows or on the stacked fists, release, palms to the earth, heart goes up. Anchor yourself through that left palm and then inhale, extend and lift up towards the sky with your right arm. Exhale, that right hand taps down. Inhale, lift that right arm back up. Exhale, it taps down. This time you're going to inhale, extend and lift up. Pause here. As you pause here, allow yourself to lift the hips up by lifting the body up towards the sky. Extend and reach that right thumb behind you or right hand to your right hip or right hand to your heart. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, slowly begin to drop the hips down. As you drop the hips down, extend and slide this right leg to the left side. Drop that right hip down, align the knees, especially the right when it's nice and tall. Breath in. And as you exhale, take that left arm, wrap it around this right one. Create space for your belly, create space for the abdomen as you exhale and wring it out. If you'll grip your right wrist and left wrist together or however you see fit, you might notice that you can release the shoulder on this left side. Take one more breath here. Let that breath go. And on your next inhale, look forward, release those hands down. Send the weight of the body back as you extend that right leg, extend that left leg. This time, slide your heels out to the right and to the left side. Work the hips into the earth. And as you ground down through the earth, inhale, your arms reach up. And then exhale only as far as you can go. Bow it down. Flexing your right and left toes. Take a breath in, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bend and fold a little more. Take another breath here. Let that breath go. Last one, breath in and that breath out. On your next inhale, press into your palms, lift your heart up, walk the hands towards midline. As you do this, slide the feet back towards one another. So now we're bringing the soles of our feet together. As we bring the soles of the feet together, we're going to slide our toes out further than normal. So it's more of a restorative versus an active butterfly. You're going to take your left hand, you're going to slide that left hand underneath the left leg. You're going to take that right hand, you're going to slide that right hand underneath. Draw the breath in, lift the heart up, lift those palms, press the back of your hand into the mat. On that exhale, bow down. As you bow down, take the back of your arms, so those triceps, and press into your thighs. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out of the nose. Let the inner thighs get heavier and heavier. One more. Inhale through your nose. Exhale to release. Inhaling through the nose. And exhale to release. Go ahead and inhale, rise up halfway, flip those palms out, and leave your left hand down. Take that right hand out, use the heel of your right hand. So make a little fist, and then open up the fingers. Take the heel of the hand about 2 inches above the kneecap. Take a breath in, extend through your right arm, and then exhale, dome your spine to cat it back. You're really gonna get into that low spine in the hips. Inhale, bend the elbow, bring that cow-like pose forward. Exhale, extend and straighten your right arm, dome your back. One more, inhale, we lift up, and exhale, we dome back. And then inhale, we lift up once more, and exhale, we release. Use that right hand to slide back underneath that right leg, slip that left hand out, heel of that left hand, breathe in 2 inches, and then exhale, start to expand the arms, start to lengthen through your back as you dome it. Inhale, pull the elbow on this left side towards your body. Cat the spine. Exhale, dome the back. Make sure you're not on your kneecap. Inhale, lift that heart up. And then last time, you'll exhale to dome, straighten this arm, round that back, chin to the chest. And inhale, we begin to lift up last time. And then exhale, soften. Taking that left hand underneath that thigh once more, flip the palms up, breathe in. Push the back of the arms into your thighs, and then exhale, bow it down. Notice if there's additional length in your folds, or if your back feels a little more loose. You're going to take one more breath here, and then you'll exhale, melt your chest down. On your next breath in, lift your heart up, flip those palms to press into the earth, start to slide them out. Bring the hands towards the outside edges of your thighs, bring your knees together. Fingertips rest behind you, and then windshield wiper, right side to left side. Just getting a little bit of movement and fluidity through the low part of the body. Work your way back to center when you're ready. Release the knees to the right or to the left side so that you can make your way onto all fours. As we come onto all fours, we're going to wiggle those hips from the right side of the room to the left side of the room. We are taking child's pose for 3 inhales and 3 exhales, so toes together. Take those knees as wide as you'd like. Drop your hips towards your heels, wiggle the body a little bit, and then extend those palms towards the top of the mat as you exhale, releasing your chest down to the ground. Take a full breath in here. Feel your back expand. Without forcing your hips towards the heels, let that breath go and sink naturally. You've got one more inhale here. And then that big exhale here. On your next breath in, press into your palms, lift your heart up, stack on all fours, so shoulders in line with the ribs, knees in line with your hips. Tuck your toes under. As you tuck those toes under, send the weight of the body back. We're stretching the bottom of our feet. As we stretch the bottom of our feet, we'll breathe in, lift the chest, and as we exhale, we'll roll our little toes out to the left and to the right edge of the mat. Inhale, we bring the toes back in, lift the heart up slightly. Exhale, we roll those little toes out, sink the hips a little lower. Last time, we inhale, lift up. Exhale, we roll it down. And then inhale, we lift up, rolling the vertebrae forward. Release your feet from the mat. Go ahead and create a few circles with your ankles in each direction. Place the tops of the feet down to the mat. We're going to take 3 rounds of cat-cows. So inhale, drop the belly down, retract the shoulders, lift your chest up. On that exhale, dome your spine, cat it up, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, cow pose, a soft bend of your elbows, let the vertebrae dip, but lift the chest. And then exhale, dome that spine. Last round, inhale, cow pose. Use your breath to move. Exhale, cat it back up. And then inhale, neutralize that spine. As we neutralize the spine, curl the toes under, lift the knees up off the earth, and tilt the hips up as you exhale into downward facing dog. As you work your way into our first downward facing dog, begin to march or paddle your feet out. So bend that right knee, straighten the left, back and forth. As you send the hips up, you press the heart towards the thighs. You let your head get droopy. Retracting the shoulders away from your ears, draw a full breath in. And as you exhale, melt yourself into this space. Ground yourself through the palms. Ground yourself through the balls of the feet or the soles of the feet. As you take your next inhale, lift your heels up nice and high. Bend your knees generously, looking towards your thumbs. Begin to exhale and walk towards the top of the mat for a forward fold. On an inhale, we rise up halfway, a flat back. On our exhale, we release and lower all the way back down. Separating our feet hip-width distance apart or maybe even greater. Grab those elbows and rock your body right side to left side in this ragdoll position. If you're looking towards the top of your mat, I encourage you to look in between your knees or in between those thighs so that there's no wrinkles on the neck. If your back is still tender, if you prefer to interlace those hands, take the hands to the skull and then use that as additional weight. That might release a little tension through your shoulders or your neck or even that low spine. You've got one more inhale where we're at. And then you'll exhale, let that breath go, return your body to neutralization. Fingertips release down to the mat. We heel toe our feet back towards one another, a bend in the knees, and then inhale, reverse and rise. Sweep those arms to the sides, up to the sky. Palms will kiss, and then exhale, the hands come into prayer and at our heart space. Ground down through the soles of the feet. Maybe lift the heels up off the mat and then drop the heels down. Looking at your toes, spread them wide. Anchor yourself through the ground. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. On our next inhale, soft bend of the knees, circle sweep those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, head to the elbows, pull down, a soft heart opener. And then inhale, extend and reach those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Release the fingertips down to the mat. Take your left foot, step it to the back edge, as far back as you can. Breathe in, look forward. And then exhale, drop that left knee down to the ground. Press the top of the left foot into the earth. Slide your peace fingers back and then brush the mat as you inhale and rise up for low lunge. Hook your right hip back. Breathe in through your nose and then exhale. Sink your hips low. Allow the arms to come into goalpost arms. One more inhale here. And that exhale here. On our next inhale, the arms reach up. And as we exhale, hands come down to frame that right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift that left knee. Leave your left fingertips anchored into the earth. And then inhale, extend and lift that right arm up towards the sky. Draw a breath in here. And as we exhale, the right fingertips are coming towards the left edge of our mat. Once the left fingertips come there, spin your back foot into warrior two position, travel all the way around, spin the right foot to point towards that left edge. We're in a wide-legged forward fold now. Bow that chest down, bend those knees as generous as you need to. Maybe you bounce the hips up and down, just getting a little mobility through the hips and the lower portion of our body. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. On our next inhale, press your fingertips into the earth, lift your chest up. As we lift the chest up, spin your heels in, point your toes out, bring the bottom nice and low, and then palms come into prayer as we lift up for goddess. As we lift up for goddess, find yourself moving or wiggling to get stable. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, release your palms or your hands to your thighs. Breathe in through your nose once more. Pull the belly button up and in, draw your pelvic floor muscle into that steady and strong position. And as you exhale, you're gonna dip that right shoulder down, looking over towards your left side. Breathe in through your nose here. Let that breath go here. Inhale, stabilize or neutralize, and then exhale, drop that left shoulder down, looking over towards that right side of the room. Another breath here, open through the inner thigh. Let that breath go here. And then inhale, begin to rise into neutral spine, slide those arms up, straighten your legs, star pose. From star pose, pivot your left foot 85-degree angle or perpendicular to your mat. Point your right toes towards the top of the mat. Warrior two, as you bend that front knee. As you bend that front right knee, drop that back left hand down, flip that right palm, and then inhale, reverse your warrior. If you've pulled the shoulder up towards the ear, pull that shoulder down. Draw the navel firmly. Take a breath in. And then exhale, a little extended side angle, the forearm on the thigh, and if the stance is too wide, shorten it. Extend and lift, left arm up. If you've collapsed the body here, do your best to lift like you're trying to reach a light bulb. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. And then inhale, reverse that warrior. So send that left hand back, trace that right finger towards the back of the room. Exhale, take warrior two. From warrior two, hands to your hips. As the hands come to your hips, drop the shoulders away from your ears. Spin your left foot so that now you're on the ball of that left foot. This is your high crescent lunge. Draw a breath in here, arms to your sides. Lift those arms up in that inhale, and then exhale. Let your hands frame that right foot. Plant the palms down. Take your right foot to the back. Come into downward facing dog. March or paddle your feet out, breathing in through your nose and out of the nose. On your next inhale, lift the heels, roll your vertebrae forward. As you roll that vertebrae forward into plank, drop to your knees, elbows pull in. As we exhale, we start to lower our chest, our chin, and the rest of our body down to the mat. Send your fingertips beyond the mat. Pull the elbows in, shrug the shoulders back and down. Tender back, wide legs. Non-tender back, tight thighs. Breathe in and lift up. As you lift up, shoulders pull down. Take one more breath here. And then on that exhale, lower your body down. Modification, it's Sphinx pose. So you might want to let the forearms rest here if this feels more comforting for your abdomen. Otherwise, inhale, press the fingertips, lift the chest up. Drop your right shoulder down, look to the left side. Inhale, make your way back to center. Exhale, take your left shoulder down, look over towards that right side. Inhale, you come back to center. And then exhale, you release the body down. Slide your palms by your breastbone, tuck your elbows in, bring those thighs together, curling the toes under. Inhale, plank on your knees. To exhale, big toes together, knees out wide, child's pose. Full belly breath in here. Big giant release. Two more. Inhale through the nose here. Exhale to let that breath go. One more. Open mouth sigh, let go. Work your way back to your intention or that dedication. Only when you're ready, inhale, start to lift up into your tabletop position. As you lift up into that tabletop position, tucking those toes, lifting those knees, tilt the hips up, exhale into that downward facing dog or your inverted V. March or paddle the feet out if necessary. And then find that steady and stillness. On your next breath in, heels lift up, knees bend greatly. We look forward. Exhale. Walk your feet in between those thumbs as you take that forward fold. Inhale, we lift up halfway, a flat back. Exhale, we release the body back down. Go ahead and lift up halfway. Separate your feet about hip width distance or maybe even further for this next one. Bring your right fingertips towards the top of the mat, creating a triangle. Bend your right knee. As you bend that right knee, inhale, lift that left arm up. That left arm is in line with your shoulder all the way down towards the ground. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, release. Releasing the left fingertips down, bending that left knee, straighten your right leg. Inhale. Extend and reach that right arm up. So that right arm reaches up, you're grabbing for that light bulb. Take one more breath here, and then exhale, release the fingertips down. Walk your fingers towards your body, heel toe your feet back towards one another, and on that next breath in, reverse and rise all the way up. Drag those arms when you're ready. Exhale, pull the heads of the elbows down, expand through your chest. Inhale, your arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Lower those palms down to the mat. Anchor down through your left foot. Step back with that right knee. As you step that right foot back, drop that right knee down to the mat, and then inhale, rise up for that low lunge. From our low lunge, take a breath in, and then cactus arms as you exhale, sending the elbow heads down, lifting your heart high. Inhale, those arms reach up. Exhale, your hands come down. They frame your left foot. Press through that left blade of your toe. Curl the right toes. Lift that right knee, keeping your right fingertips down. Inhale, extend and lift that left arm up. Draw that pelvic floor muscle in. So that's that Kegel muscle. And then exhale, your left fingertips come towards that right edge of your mat. As it comes to the right edge of the mat, spin that right blade so that it's in that warrior two. Walk your fingers, point the left toes now for a wide-legged forward fold. As we come into our wide-legged forward fold, we'll inhale, lift up halfway. As we lift up halfway, a soft bend in the knees, bringing your hands to your hips or those thighs, lift up slightly. Pull the shoulders back. Breathe in through your nose. And then exhale, bow that chest down. Release the hands down to the ankles. Straighten the legs if you'd like. As you hold onto your ankles or even your calves or maybe even at the thighs, find yourself releasing the tailbone. Take a breath in here. Let that breath go. Wherever those arms or the hands are, bring them back down towards the mat and rise up halfway. Goddess pose as we spin the heels in, bend our knees, drop our hips low. We rise up, hands come into prayer. As our hands come into prayer, take a breath in. Steady as you exhale. One more inhale here. Let that breath go. On our next breath in, the arms reach forward. As those arms reach forward, just find your balance for a brief moment. Inhale, rise up into that star pose. As we come into that star pose, exhale, the hands come to our hips. As the hands come to our hip, pivot that back foot so now that it's perpendicular or 85-degree angle to that back edge of the mat, and the left toes point forward. Come into your warrior two position. From that warrior two, look just beyond the left fingertips. Right hand down, flip that left palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Breath in, and then exhale, extended side angle, forearm on the thigh. Do your very best to keep the knee in line with the ankle, and then extend and lift that right arm up. If your right arm has gone beyond the body, I encourage you to extend it directly straight up instead of protruding or hyperextending. Take another breath in. Let that breath go. On your next inhale, reverse that warrior. Trace your fingertips back, and then exhale. Cartwheel your hands to frame that front foot. So you frame that front foot, you're gonna go ahead and return or lift that right heel off the ground. On your breath in, rise up into that high crescent lunge. So we took it at a different angle. I always like to give options so that you know how you can travel from pose to pose. Breath in, and then exhale. Now we'll release the fingertips down. As we release the fingertips down, slide your left foot to the back end of the mat, downward facing dog. Breathe in through your nose and out of your nose. Inhale, lift the heels, roll the body forward into plank on those knees. As we come down to the knees, we'll exhale, brush the side body as we lower it all the way down. A little baby cobra, so elbows tuck in, the heart lifts up. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, reach to the crown of your head. Breathe in, float your hands if it's possible. Breathe out, stay high. Inhale, lift up. And now exhale, release and lower down. Slowly begin to massage the space between your eyebrows as you begin to rock your head from the right side of the room to the left side of the room. Then work your way back to center. Walk those toes towards one another. Elbows tuck in. Inhale, we lift up for plank. And then exhale, child's pose. Send those knees as wide as you need to. Rest your chest down. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. Sigh it out if you'd like. Inhaling through the nose. And exhale to let go. Last one. Let that breath go. On our next inhale, we press the palms into the earth. We lift our hips up, stack on all fours, make our way into downward facing dog. Curl the toes, lift the knees, tilt the hips up. Breathe in through the nose. Let that breath go. On our next inhale, lifting the heels, bending those knees, looking forward, begin to walk or step your feet in between your thumbs as you exhale for forward fold. Inhale, we'll rise up halfway. Exhale, we'll fold it all the way back down. And then inhale, we'll reverse and rise, sweeping those arms to the sides, to the sky, palms kiss. And exhale, the hands come into our heart space. Take a breath in, shoulders down. Let that breath go, palms to the sides. Anchor yourself down, maybe looking down at the toes, and anchor yourself through that left foot. On an inhale, lift that right knee up. If you automatically sense the hip out, bring that hip back in. Using your balance, go ahead and turn the right knee out towards that right side. First phase of tree, toes down to the mat, heel to that left ankle, right and left hip are neutral. Second phase, sole of the foot below the kneecap, so in between the ankle and the kneecap. Pause there. Third phase, if you want it, using your hand, grab that right ankle, bringing that heel as close to the groin area as possible, then kiss the two together. Your hands can go anywhere you'd like. So find your variation of tree pose and find steadiness. Look for a focal point on the ground, preferably something that's not moving. If you really feel enlightened today, maybe close your eyes and that balance is there for you. I've yet to find that enlightenment and had the ability to close my eyes and not fall out. So practice, practice, practice for me. So perhaps you're in that same boat as I am. Wherever you are, you've got 2 more inhales. Find that steadiness. Find your strength as you ground down. Let your breath go when you're ready. Bring your hands back into prayer. Exhale the hands to heart center and either guide this right knee back into center or slowly just wind it down. Hands to your side, right foot down, lift that left foot to give it a little bit of love. As you give that left foot a little bit of love, return it down to the ground. Opposite side, so anchor through that right foot now. Palms to your side, shoulders drift away from the ears, strong through your core. Inhale, lift that left knee up. From here, using that left hand, open that left thigh up. So it's that external rotation of our hip. If the hip pops up, pull that right hip in. Where do you want to go? Which phase of tree are you ready for? Your tree branches can come out to the sides. Maybe it's a windy day in your room. Once more, you can close those eyes. Just avoid this area. So where you see my foot right now is the place that I ask you to be the most mindful. It causes pressure to that knee joint. So make sure your heel is below that kneecap or the toes are above it. Breathe in. Breathe out. You've got 2 more inhales here. Last breath in. Find that focal point. Let that breath go. The hands come into prayer and at our heart space, we either assist this left leg down or you slowly bring that left knee down, step that left foot to the earth. Release the palms to the sides and lift that right ankle a few circles or maybe even a little shimmy side to side. Whatever you decide on, come to the top of the mat if you moved. And as you breathe in, circle sweep those arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, your elbows pull down. This is where you open your heart, invite that love, radiate that love. And then inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, we release the fingertips down to the mat. Take your right foot, step it back. Take your left foot, step it back. Tilt your hips up into downward facing dog. As you take your next breath in, roll your vertebrae forward. Release to your knees. And as you exhale, child's pose. Send the hips back, relaxing your body down to the earth. Take a full breath in here. Let that breath go. Another big breath in. And we let that breath go. Take your time as you press the palms into the earth, lift your head off the ground, walk those hands towards your body and rest the hips to the right or to the left side as you spin your body around. As you spin that body around, we're going to take our time as we roll our back onto the mat. From here, tuck those knees into your chest, or if you prefer, let the soles of the feet rest on the mat and you can windshield wiper. Neither is incorrect, it's just what feels the best in you today. Regardless of what you decide to do, breathe in through your nose and a cleansing breath out of the mouth. If you have your feet anchored to the earth, I invite you now to bring those knees in towards your body. We're all going to place our hands on our kneecaps and we'll trace a few circles clockwise, massaging the hip points, noticing what's going on with that low spine. And then the opposite direction. Your circles can be small, your circles can be big, or they can go from small to large or vice versa. Finalize that last spin around and come back to center, releasing the feet down to the earth. Our hands come down to our sides. We are going to take 3 bridges. So they can be flowing bridges if you prefer, or if you'd like, you can just use a block to slide underneath or a pillow so that you stay elevated instead in a supported way. On an inhale, you're not tucking those heels too tightly towards your glutes. In fact, they're in line with your knees and not beyond. Press the palms into the earth. Slide your shoulders in, so that means you're lifting your chest up just a tiny bit. Breathe in through the nose, lock that pelvic floor muscle, lift the hips up. Squeeze your glutes if you can. Breathe in through the nose here. Stay up if you can. If you prefer to lower it down, lower it down. Shoulders away from your ears. One more breath in. And then as we exhale, unclench the glutes, lower the back down to the mat, take those arms out to the sides, walk your feet to the edges of the mat. Now windshield wiper your legs, right side to left side. Come back to center. We'll set up for a second bridge. Heel toe your feet. I'm going to take the second option. So if you'd like to, if you have something to support your body, I'm going to demo it with a block. On that inhale, press the feet into the earth, pull the pelvic floor muscle, lift the hips up, slide that block underneath, stay right here. Use your body to be supported. Use the block to support the body. Another breath in, regardless if you have the block or not. Lift the hips up a little higher, squeeze those glutes a little tighter. And then as you exhale, you're going to unclench the glutes, lower your back down to the mat. If you're on that block, you can stay there or lift up and slide it out. We're all going to windshield wiper those legs from one side of the room to the opposite. Final bridge pose. So when you're ready, walk your feet back towards hip width distance, palms to our sides, shoulders shrug in, and inhale, we lift the hips up. Imagine your hip points reaching up towards the sky. Feel your shoulders away from your ears. You're strong here. You've got this. One more inhale. And then exhale, we relax and release. Lower the body back down to the earth. Send your feet out. Slide any props that were in your way out of your way and swing those legs from one end to the opposite end. Come back to center. As you return to center, heel toe your feet back towards one another. Softly untuck the tailbone. Pull that right knee into your chest. Pull that left knee into your chest. Give yourself a little tuck. Maybe even lift the head to give yourself a little hug. And then exhale, lower the back down. We'll all begin to extend and straighten those legs up towards the ceiling. As you extend your legs towards the ceiling, feel the hip points get heavy. If you prefer to use that block or that pillow, you can drop your feet down, lift the hips up, slide that block underneath, and then inhale, extend those legs up. That might be something that feels comfortable for you, just a little pelvic lift. If it doesn't feel right, remove that block, remove that pillow, whatever you have. You're here for 2 more inhales. And 1 more inhale. If you have the block or your pillows, you'll pull those knees into your chest and lower the feet down, then lift the hips up. If you do not have a block, then you'll slowly begin to curl those knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little rock from right side of the room to left side of the room. Lowering the sole of that left foot down, cross that right ankle all the way over towards this left quad. Let the right knee get heavy. Lift your left leg up. Take right hand through the triangle. Left hand on the outside edge of the thigh. Interlace the fingers. Flex all 10 toes. Gently guide this left knee in towards your body. And gently allow gravity to take over on this right side. If your head happens to be up, maybe you have something you can rest your head on so that you're not overextending the neck, but make sure it's not too high, but that you are comfortable. Breathe in through the nose here. Feel that right glute opening up. Let that breath go here. 2 more. Inhale through your nose. And exhale out of the nose. Tune into the sound of that breath, that beautiful oceanic sound. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Letting go of the hands. You'll slowly begin to release that left foot down, extend that right leg up, cross that right leg all the way over to the left. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Hands rest on your kneecaps as you cross those legs a little tighter. You can slide your hands down to the ankles, creating a little longhorn action or shoelace action, or keeping the hands at the knees if that feels the best for you. Your elbows pull out to the left and to the right. Breathe in through your nose here. Send that tailbone down as you exhale. Take another breath here. Let that breath go. If your hands are around the ankles, slide them back up to your knees. Release those palms to the thighs, and then inhale, extend and straighten right and left leg up. Couple of circles with your ankles in each direction. And then as we exhale, bend that right knee, right foot down to the mat, cross that left ankle over for figure four. Lift the knee up, lift the foot off the mat, thread that needle when you're ready. Flex your toes, especially this left one, so that protects the knee. If the toes are floppy, that could cause a little bit of a disturbance in our knees. So just to be mindful, flex those toes. If you feel like making circles with your right ankle, that's okay too. Breathe in, let your chest expand, let the tailbone get heavy. 2 more inhales here, enjoying the sensations, making no judgment over whether it's difficult or super easy for you today. Just accepting it for what it is. Last inhale here. And exhale that breath here. Releasing that grip. As we release that grip, lower the sole of your right foot down, extend and lift that left leg up, then cross that left leg over to the right side. Only when it feels right for you. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Hands rest on the kneecaps, so you're taking the right on the left and the left on the right. Stay here, or guide those knees in towards your body, or send those arms to the ankles, or pull those elbows left to right as we squeeze our thighs. As you squeeze those thighs, you're going to notice the little glute and hamstring attachment on that left side, more so than you will on the right. So just switching it out, letting you know what you're feeling here. Breathe in through the nose, tailbone stays down as you exhale. 1 more. Let that breath go. If your hands are around your ankles, slide your hands back towards your knee. Hands come down to the thighs. Extend and lift both the right and the left leg up. Ankle circles if you'd like. And then as we exhale, the knees come in towards the body. The arms cactus or tee out. Breathe in through the nose. And on our exhale, release the knees to the right side. As the knees come down to that right side, extend your left arm beyond that right arm, and then trace a big halo over your head until you're able to let go of the back and release that left shoulder down to the ground. Option to always modify where it feels best for your body this morning. Take a full breath in here. Let that breath go. Let yourself decompress. Let the right and the left thigh get heavy. 1 more breath in. Letting that breath go. Start to look up towards your ceiling. Bring your knees back towards center. Arms cactus and tee out if you did anything different. And then we'll exhale, lower the knees over towards that left side. Bring that right hand with you so you're resting on this left side. Trace that right arm over your head like your halo or your crown until you're able to release your back and the right shoulder down. Breathe in through your nose, either out of the mouth or oceanic breath through the nose. Decompress the body. Closing those eyes. 2 more inhales here. One more big inhale. And you'll let that breath go. Neutralize the gaze up towards the ceiling. Bring those knees back towards your body. Wrap those arms either around the hamstrings or around your shin bones. Lift your head up. Give yourself a big, giant squeeze. Breathe in. Tighten every muscle, every fiber of your being. Fire it all up. And then on that inhale, you relax, releasing your head down to the mat, your back. And as you exhale, release those legs towards the corners of the mat. Feet fall to the edges, arms rest to your sides. If there's anywhere that you need to go prior to our final resting place, encourage yourself, invite yourself to go there. Otherwise, arms to the sides, fingertips curl naturally. Breathe in through the nose and let that breath go. As we close our eyes, as we return our breath into a more natural rhythmic breath versus that Ujjayi pranayama or that oceanic breath, give yourself permission to enjoy these next moments of rest, of nourishment for our mind, our body, and our spirit. As thoughts enter, acknowledge them. Encourage yourself to let them go, though. Relax the features of your face. Find yourself cradled by the four corners of your mat, within the four walls of your room. Give yourself permission to just be. Bringing awareness back to our space, back to our physical presence. Begin by drawing a full breath in through your nose, maybe smiling. And as you exhale, sigh that breath out, let it go. Invite movement back into your body as you begin to wiggle those fingers, your toes, wrists, and then ankles. Awakening the neck and the spine by moving our head from right side of the room to left side of the room. And then back into that neutral position. You'll inhale, extend those arms over your head, bring your toes together, take that big, good morning stretch, yawn if you'd like. And as you exhale, release your back onto the mat, pull those knees in towards your heart, wrap those arms around yourself. Releasing when you're ready, rolling over towards that right side of the room. Rest your head on your right bicep. Take a breath in. Let that breath go here. Using your left fingertips to press into the earth, begin to lift and guide yourself into a comfortable seated position, facing anywhere you'd like. As you arrive into your comfortable seated position, you'll bring your hands into prayer and at your heart space. We'll all draw a full breath in together. We'll smile and we'll exhale, bowing to our journey, bowing to each other, and most of all to ourselves. The love and light in me bows to, honors, and recognizes the divine love and light in each of you. It is with true pleasure and honor that I thank each of you for being present here this morning. May you radiate that pure love. May you find that kindness within your heart to always speak truthfully, to be kind, and to enjoy our days here. From my heart to yours, namaste.